Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. My name is Lara and we're here at Bite Me Burger in DIFC. Now joining me this morning is a very special guest, and of course we're talking about none other than Nataliya Wiedemeyer from Gravi Teams. Hello and a very warm welcome. How are you doing, Nataliya?
Thank you, Lara. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm very well. It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show this morning.
So much.
Now, Nataliya, tell us a little bit more about who Nataliya Wiedemeyer is, where you're originally from, how long you've been here in the region, and what are the different business activities that you're involved in.
Yes, sure. So my name is Nataliya Wiedemeyer. The first name is Ukrainian. That's where I'm originally from. And the last name is German. That's where I have lived for most of my adult life. So, and we came to Dubai with my family in January 2020 and run down in the lockdown. Business activities that I'm engaged in is, first of all, it's Gravi Teams, and Gravi Teams is a very new brand. So it's not as new what I'm doing with Gravi Teams, but the brand is very new. So I started it during the lockdown. So it's my Corona baby, so to say.
Aw, I like that.
Yes. And what Gravi Team is doing, it's about gravity, as the word says, in teams, in corporate teams, in remote teams. So I am here to help companies and organizations and teams to work better remotely. As I'm saying, I have been doing this before the lockdown already started. So my passion for work flexibility, for the ability to work with people that share your vision and share your corporate identity and share your corporate goals, but they can live and work wherever they are, and they would be connected just virtually. So now I had a little of the advantage to be able to tell people how to make it better, how to make it more efficient, how to take the advantage and to tap into this potential of remote collaboration during the COVID. Right.
Which a lot of people have been doing, and it's proven to be very, very successful and very efficient.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are some challenges with it. So I'm saying to my teams that it's just exactly the same as if you would be working together, but it's especially in the corporate perspective, it's more of everything. So you have to have better leadership if you're working remotely. So you have to motivate people in a more distinct way than if you would be able to do it in an office setting by just engaging with a whole person. Like you have your eyes sparkling and you inflict people with that. So if you're working remotely, you have to put more emphasis on that. You have to have better rules. You have to have better organized processes, because you just cannot pick up it when working remotely. Right?
True. Very true.
So, and people get motivated by each other. People get motivated by working together, by motivating each other, by developing ideas together. So you have to really make sure that you can make this platform, even remotely, to help people to be doing that.
That's wonderful. Now, being a female successful entrepreneur here in this part of the world, in the Middle East, what would you say was your greatest challenge or obstacle while setting up Gravi Teams?
I'm really new here, and the company is new, so it was a new thing, a new reset during Corona. So I had a partner that I worked together in Germany with, and we have parted with this partner during Corona times. And as beautiful Marilyn Monroe once said, there's some good things sometimes have to fall apart, so better things can fall together.
So true.
So that's what it is. And I think that it's quite easy, actually, to set up business here in Dubai and to be a female entrepreneur, because this country is just so welcoming. And there are so many nice, open, amazing people that I'm meeting here, and I don't really know what to attribute it to. I think maybe because we are all just for some time here, and we're all foreigners, and maybe it's this phenomenon of being a foreigner. I've been a foreigner in most of my life, most of my adult life where I lived. So I moved from my home country, Ukraine, when I was 16. I lived a few years in the States before I moved to Germany. And it's usually easier to connect to foreigners because they are probably more open, or they want to adapt, or they have to adapt. Well, in the UAE, everyone, or almost everyone is foreigner. And local people, they are really welcoming us, all the foreigners, to help them build this beautiful country and to enjoy this beautiful country. So I think it has been really, I was really fortunate to be here this time and to be able to set up my business.
I'm very happy to hear you say that. Now, we'd also like to know how you came across the iWest platform, the International Women's Entrepreneur Society. How did you come across this amazing platform?
The platform is definitely amazing, and
Yes.
I have met many very interesting women entrepreneurs. And of course, I was introduced by another successful woman entrepreneur. It's Kirsten Westholter.
Of course, she's an amazing woman. We know her. She's very familiar to us. Yes.
Yes, and she's a great networker, and she's an amazing lady, and it's great pleasure to know her. And obviously, I was very open-minded and very curious to find out about this platform, and I'm passing the turn by inviting other women to join it. So I have told to some women entrepreneurs to join it, to come to the networking events, to go to the online events, and to get to know this amazing platform.
That's wonderful. Our huge event is just around the corner, so of course we'd love to have you there, and all the female entrepreneurs that
so
we all
much.
know are going to be there. Now, moving on to what tips and advice do you have for all the females out there that want to set up their own business, and not strictly in the Middle East, I mean around the world? What would you say to them? What advice would you give from a woman to another female?
Right. So I think for many women, the biggest obstacle is just to start, to believe in yourself, to open yourself to this opportunity, challenges, that are opportunities at the same time. And how do we do it? I think we all have it already, like our inner passion, our inner glow, it's already in there. So we just have to bring it out, and we just have to start by it. And how you can get better, you go out, you start, you go out there, you engage with your customers, you see what they are looking for, what is that you can get, have the greatest value added for them, and you just move to that. So you just start. So the main thing is to start. That would be one tip. The second tip is make decisions quickly. There are so many opportunities, and opportunities are definitely around every corner, and it's just the question which ones you're taking, which ones you want to embrace, and you take this one and you go ahead with this one. You have to stay with it for a little while, to let it develop, to let it open up like a flower, right? If you miss that one, you take another one. But if you don't take an opportunity, you not only not taking the opportunity, but you actually even forgoing the possibility to learn, right? So we are learning all the time, and that would be the third tip, to keep the eyes open and to learn all the time, to learn from other women entrepreneurs, to learn from other businesses, to learn from your clients, to learn from the network, to learn from the books, to learn from events, to learn and share. Those would be my tips to women across everywhere. It's just about.
Thank you very much for sharing those wonderful tips, Nataliya. Now, last but not least, what message do you have for the viewers that are watching us regarding Gravity Teams? What would you say to them? Is there a particular message that you'd like to deliver?
Regarding Gravity Teams, work wherever you are, together with other people. Try to connect to other people. It's all about gravity. That's where the name is from. And gravity is a universal force that's everywhere, and we barely notice it. It is there, but we don't really pay attention to it. While the social gravity, it's a little bit different. So we really have to give the energy, to be able to receive the energy, and to be able to stay connected, to stay on the orbit, and to revolve further in this universe through our lives, and together with people who are dear, who are connected, who are there with us for our lives. So the final tip I would say is give what you want to have, and you will receive it. The life is about giving and receiving, and that's beautiful.
That is so true, and that is beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Now, Nataliya, we all know that you're involved in this organization, which is basically grooming young leaders here in the region. Would you like to share more about that with us?
Sure. This is organization that I'm a member of in Germany, and this is organization that developed myself as an active citizen, as a leader, as an entrepreneur through my life. My best mentors are from this organization, and when I moved to Dubai, I was quite sad that, believe it or not, this organization is not represented in UAE and not even in GCC. So even though this organization is over 100 years old and is present in more than 120 countries around the world, and the organization is called JCI, Junior Chamber International, and it's about developing young leaders to create a positive change in their communities, in their societies, by engaging, by making their own businesses, and by contributing to the world being a better place.
That's
so I'm looking forward to start this organization in Dubai as a local chapter, and we are still on it.
We wish you the very best with that, for sure. Nataliya, it's been a true pleasure talking to you on this episode. We want to wish you continued growth and success in all your future ventures, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Lara. Thank you so much for having me here today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for on this episode. My name is Lara, signing off. Until next time.